Hello, you are listening to the Childcare Director's Chair podcast. Your host, Erica Saccoccio, invites you to join her community of passionate and inspiring leaders in the ECE field, where she discusses, reflects, and shares the best ways to invest in our children, families, teachers, and community. Because after all, we know they are the heartbeat of any successful program.
As a childcare director or owner, it's the beginning of the school year for many of us. And I know you might be struggling to make your back to school events be interesting and exciting and engaging while boosting your center's visibility and community ties. And so I thought, let's talk about it. I know I certainly have built my business with collaborating with the community. We have a community calendar that we give to families at the beginning of each year. And it will highlight all of our community events. And I feel like, when we're talking with families about what makes our programs different, unique, and special, for me, that's definitely one of them, is the way that we really connect and collaborate with our partners in our community. So I wanted to share some strategies with you today and help you transform your back to school season into a community celebration. So thanks for tuning into the Childcare Director's Chair podcast. If this is your first time, welcome. My name is Erica Saccoccio and I'm the host, and we're going to reveal how local partnerships and creative events can boost your center's visibility and goodwill. We're going to turn those back to school blues, because we all miss summer already, back to business with brilliance. So again, let me say that again. Back to business brilliance. When you work with other small business owners, because most of you that own a childcare out there, you're a small business. 99% of us are a small business. And from that group, I would say more than half of us, it's a women owned. So we are all about taking care of the people in our community, and it's okay to let the people in our community take care of us as well. So let's talk a little bit about it. The first thing I would say is partnering for success when you team up with local businesses. So let me give you a few examples that you can use. The first I would say is, reach out to a local bookstore. Maybe you can host a back to school reading fair where families can visit the local bookstore and purchase books, with a percentage of the sales being donated back to your child care center. And maybe it's to start a literacy program. Maybe you want to take $500 and create some book bags that children can take home with their families, or create a larger lending library right at your child care center. Because, when you have young kids, sometimes it's a little hard to get to the library. And we all know the library is a great resource, and we'll talk a little bit about that as we move through the show. But maybe families are not able to get to the library all of the time, and they're going to your center every day. So creating a lending library in collaboration with your local bookstore just makes sense. Another thing, I'm in New England, and you're usually either going to Starbucks or you're going to Dunkin' Donuts, right? Especially if you're from Boston, they are all about their Dunkin'. But what about the local mom and pop coffee shops? And maybe we can figure out a way that we can support each other. And you could do an event like a coffee and supplies event, and the shop can donate a portion of the day's profits to your center. And you can send folks to their coffee shop. Maybe it's a one-day event where, for that one day, everybody who buys sticky buns, you get a cut on. But you get the idea. And I want to share a quote with you that I'm not sure who the author is, but I really liked it and it really resonated. And I feel like it really drives my point home is, the best partnerships are built on mutual benefit. And my favorite word is reciprocal. And those who work with me on a daily basis know what I mean. And I mean what I say when I say reciprocal. And when local businesses support not only your cause, They're not just giving back, they're investing in the future of the community. And the same is said when you invest for them. Now, the more local businesses that are surrounding your childcare center, the more successful you're going to be for many reasons. There's going to be more traffic that comes around where your center is. There'll be more employees, and usually employees that work at these small businesses bring their children to your center. So it's just a win-win all the way around. And with the kickoff of the school year, it's just a great time to reach out. In the summer, everybody kind of gets a little laxed and, people on vacation. But, it's that time again. In fall, for me, I love fall. And if you listen to the show all the time, you know that. To me, fall is a time about family coming together, being grateful. So it just makes a lot of sense to do that. Now, community spirit. I'm all about community spirit, collaborating with local organizations. And as I had said, the library, work with the local library to organize a story time and a craft day where children can enjoy reading sessions and creative activities. Libraries often welcome opportunities to engage with young families, and it also can help draw a crowd to the library. And libraries need that, with the world of technology, and you can get books right on a Kindle. Libraries need that support as well. They need people to continue to keep coming through the doors. So it's a wonderful way, and it's a win-win again for everybody. Have your staff show up, run the story time. I mean, who is a better expert at reading, books to children than preschool teachers and toddler teachers? I mean, come on. Holding the craft day where you can do crafts that are tied in with the book, as we do every day. We're professionals at this. So can we offer our services to our community? Not all children are lucky enough to have access to high quality early childhood education. And it's a great way for your team to give back to the community. Helen Keller, she has a great quote. Alone we can only do so little, but together we can do so much. So I feel like when your staff are actively involved outside of the four walls of your building, it really does help build your reputation as a leader in your community. And, that is, not only is it great for business, because of course it's great for business, but it's great for you human beings in your business. It's great to feel that you are a part of something bigger. It's great to feel when you contribute to something, you feel so great about the work that you're doing, and it's a wonderful way to help teachers with burnout and feel like, they're making a difference and switching things up, because it can get a little stagnant if you're doing the same thing over and over. So maybe you create a community team for your employees to get out into the community, and maybe you cover their classroom for the day while, maybe not the whole day, maybe it's 3 hours where they get to get out into the community and represent your brand. It doesn't always have to be you. And I actually think it's even better when it is them, because at the end of the day, when students come and families come to your program, it's the teachers who they're going to be with all day long. It isn't you. Right? So it's just a wonderful way for your beautiful, amazing team to get out there and make those connections. Now, we know money is tight, so creating fundraising ideas might be something that you need to do. So turning events into revenue. You can do something as simple as host a back to school silent auction where local businesses can donate items or services, and families and community members can bid on the items, and the proceeds can go back to supporting your center. I know we've done this before with an art gallery where we had a silent auction over the children's art. We did this at our school age program. It was super fun. And it was really kind of cool to watch the parents kind of compete for their children's artwork. And there were some parents who really had a lot of fun doing this and outbidding, their friends for their children's artwork. And we raised quite a bit of money. I'd say we probably raised about $600. Now, for that particular event, we did donate the money to charity, but that was a whole different time, and budgets weren't as tight as they certainly are now. So that's just one way. Or if you even want to create a program that maybe it's a 6-week or 8-week program that you want to bring to your center, and you're collaborating with another business and you don't really have the money. So I'm going to say like a STEM program, right? Maybe you want to bring an art program or a music program into your center, but you are not able to charge families any additional revenue to make that happen. So this is a fun way to maybe get the money to bring in that program, so all children have access to these programs without charging an additional fee. Now, if you need to get new computers for your teachers or something like that, you can also do a family fun night with games and silent auctions and raffles. Again, reaching out to local businesses, things like gym memberships or restaurant gift cards. All those things can really help add up as people start to bid on them. And you can use them you can use them to donate to a program within your center. You can use it as money for a scholarship for maybe a family that might be struggling. I mean, there's just so many different ways that you can use the revenue from these types of events. And, again, supporting your center and supporting those in your community. And sometimes it's the families right within your program because, let's face it, everybody is having a hard time right now. So maybe this is a great way to help raise some money to support the parents that support you. Now, you can do Event Planning 101, and you can craft an engaging back-to-school event. So you can organize a back-to-school bash and feature themed games and face painting and a photo booth, and include a booth where families can learn more about your center and register for your programs. Now, if you like that idea, I think that the episode or two before this one, you'll be able to find a full episode on event planning for the back to school season. So, that's a great way to do a back to school bash, to invite people who are not necessarily part of your school community, but you'd like them to be. It's a great way to entice families to come check out what you're doing at your center and why their children should be enrolled with you. And I would say the last tip that I'll give today, I like to keep this one short so that you can take some action, think about and be reflective on the things that I'm talking about today, and figure out, just pick one of what maybe you're going to implement this month. The last one I'm going to say is building goodwill. Engaging with your community does help enhance your reputation. So you can create a community champions program where you highlight local businesses or individuals who support your center. Recognize their contributions with a special event or a plaque. You can make a social media montage of everybody who's supported your center over the year. You can put it up on all of your media platforms. You can put links to those businesses so that your families and the greater community can also recognize those individuals. I think just being generous and loving it just feels good to be a good human being. Let's just face it. Yes, you can use all of these strategies to help grow your business, whether it's enroll more families, whether it's to strengthen your reputation, whether it's to give your employees opportunities to do more things that are fun, engaging, make them feel successful, any of those things. But at the end of the day, for me, it's just about being a good person, really. And to me, that's important. And I know for many of you, it's important, which is why you tune into our episodes day after day. I think we just really need to focus on, how do we retain the folks that we have, and how do we give to our community that gives so much to us? So with that, I'm going to wrap up because I could talk about that all day and get on my soapbox, and I won't. So engaging with the community through strategies like these not only increases your visibility and enrollments, but it also helps build a network of support that can really be invaluable. By fostering relationships, childcare directors can enhance their center's reputation, attract more families, and create a supportive, interconnected environment. Goodwill generated from these efforts can lead to lasting benefits, including increased funding, stronger community ties, and a more vibrant and thriving center. So don't miss out on these game-changing strategies. Subscribe to the Childcare Directors Chair podcast now. Start tuning into all the different ways that you can really make an impact while, creating a successful business, because trust me, it is doable. After 25 years of, focused on having a wonderful childcare center that, yes, feeds my family and feeds the families of my 42 staff. But we are bigger than that. It's more than that. And I know that you know that. And so I want you to really, what action steps are you going to take today to make sure that your brand stands out as a leader in your community? Not just in early childhood education, but in your community, those that give to you. So I hope that you'll consider my words today. And again, please hit that subscribe button. It really does help, and it means a lot. Thank you again, as always, for tuning into the Childcare Directors Chair podcast. It is those little details that make a big impact in the success of your childcare business. And as always, have a great day.
Well, all the cute little kiddos have been picked up and it's time to go home. And that'll do it for another episode of the Childcare Director's Chair. Please leave a review so Erica knows the information is helping you to manage and improve your childcare centers. Remember to subscribe to get the latest episode from Erica's Childcare Director's Chair.